Right guys, welcome back to another ECW review. This one a wee bit special. I believe it was the 28th of December.
Boxing Day.
26th of December, Boxing Day, ECW special. And it wasn't an actual show. It was something that's probably better actually than the last month even of ECW television. It was basically Taz and Joey Styles doing a recap of the year at ECW. And the best commentary team in WWE in my opinion at this time. I'd say it definitely has to be Taz and Joey Styles. Well, it's not Michael Cole and JBL, that's for sure. And King's probably watered down by this stage, so.
Well, I wouldn't say it's watered down that
Well, I
much.
wouldn't say it's watered down, but I'd say Joey Styles and Taz is fresh.
I don't know how many noose jokes the other two would get away with.
Whereas you've basically had King and fucking JR for about 10 years almost. So, yep, basically they went through all the best of moments, all the big moments that happened in ECW years. Taz seen a rope.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though, this could be the highest rated fucking show we give.
It could be. Taz seen a rope or on the tree, and he thought it was a big massive piece of pasta spaghetti, and he was saying, "Look how large that spaghetti is," and all this shit. And Styles went, "Actually, Taz, that's a bit of rope." And then Taz was like, "Well, maybe you could hang yourself with it."
Like, maybe later, Taz. It's a bit early for that.
A bit early in the show, and so I mean that really funny stuff with Taz and Joey Styles. Joey Styles was talking about RVD's run as a champion, then he says he went up in smoke, referencing RVD getting caught. Referencing RVD smoking marijuana and getting stripped of the belts. So
then we got the whole Sabu thing, where he just talks in like broken English / Arabic about how he smokes every fucking drug under the planet.
Yep. So we've seen highlights of ECW on the stand RVD winning the belt. Then we've seen highlights of RVD getting screwed out the belt in the Philadelphia screw job. Then we moved on to, I believe, they showed us a wee promo vignette of Test.
There was strip poker, there was Lashley's promo.
The recap, fucking hell, I can't speak tonight.
Recap?
The recap. Bobby Lashley's recap. The Big Show recap. The recap, the Extreme Strip Poker, and Taz was asking Joey Styles, how do you not remember it? Were you closing your eyes and all that stuff? And the banter between the two back and forth was good. They covered some of the stars. They covered, some of the people that are trying to bring up, the likes of Punk and, Kelly and those two, their two romance. Then they had there was a Sandman vignette, and then they showed Bobby Lashley debuting. They showed highlights of the Extreme Elimination Chamber. They showed the full 4-minute match between Lashley and Big Show once Big Show entered the chamber, which was the worst part probably of it. Well, maybe the Hardcore Holly spots, I don't know.
The first 5 minutes was the worst part of it. Well, it was just him and Van Dam.
Yeah, I thought it was better than the Big Show. No?
Looks like barbed wire and shit.
Yeah.
Hardcore Holly's pish.
Well,
Big Show's better. I'll give it to him.
Not going to deny it. Yeah, so it's a hard show to rate.
Taz then destroys the Christmas tree at the end.
Yeah, with the barbed wire baseball bat, and he says, "Joey, I've got you a wee present," and the present was addressed to Michael Cole, so looks like Taz is just fucking... Maybe this is last year's present that Michael Cole didn't want or something. He's rewrapped it for Joey Styles. I don't know. Hard to rate this show, to be fair.
I'll give it a 5. I don't think I can give it like an 8.
No, because I mean, let's be real. It's just those two recapping the show, but I mean, the dialogue and the banter between them was good, and considering it's recapping everything we've already seen, it was actually pretty enjoyable to watch, and it was a lot better than some of the recent stuff. What I would say is that, I mean, it was supposed to be a best of ECW review show, and a lot of the stuff that I understand at the start, they're recapping the RVD title run. I totally get that, and I would recap the Elimination Chamber, obviously, and the Extreme Strip Poker is a pretty big moment, so I'd recap that. But there was things in this I didn't think really felt needed recapped. I mean, a lot of the Bobby Lashley stuff wasn't necessary.
I know. I think they're just doing that because he's the new guy.
Most recent, and then they were recapping the most recent match that they had on ECW with Test, RVD, and Sabu. The winner gets nothing. Then they had a vote to decide who the new champ was. But I mean, there was an RVD Sabu ladder match for number one contender. They didn't recap that, but they recapped Big Show versus RVD in a ladder match, which wasn't that good. RVD first test Extreme Rules was probably the best match they've had this year. They didn't recap that. They didn't recap the tag team match between Sandman, Tommy Dreamer versus Mike Knox and Test. I don't know. They definitely picked and chose what they wanted to recap, but overall, it was a good show. Yeah, I mean, a 5 out of 10 is fair. It was decent, and who knows what we'll get, guys. Next time out though on ECW, it will be RVD versus Bobby Lashley for the ECW Championship. Who's going to win that one? Predictable. Probably not as predictable though as
New Year.
Sasha Banks, Charlotte Flair, but
Carmella.
yeah. Anyway, till next time. Peace.